Hey guys, so I want to do a very quick comparison here between Nokia 7 Plus, the Android One edition, and the Nokia 7 Plus, the international model with 6 gigs of RAM. I just wanted to compare the two handsets here because this is actually, I'd say, my favourite handset of the year in terms of like the value as well as what it brings to the table. So I wanted to see if stock Android here is going to be better than a higher like hardware Nokia 7 Plus. And I've been using the 7 Plus as a backup phone while doing some travelling, and I gotta say, I mean, I've been blown away about the battery. Easily up there with the Mate 10 Pro. I'd say even better in some aspects. You can see the international model without the stock Android actually boots up faster here, which is quite interesting. I think the specs are pretty much all the same, as I said, except for the additional RAM, 6 gigs of RAM that you do get with the green one. So we're just going to have a look then here at the performance. We do have a few apps installed, and then we can move on to the multitasking. And yeah, as I said, I've been using the 7 Plus on the right as a backup phone, and it's been absolutely fantastic in terms of the battery. I'd say the camera is very good. It's got I think 1.7 aperture, so you're going to get some decent low light shots, but not quite as good as your flagship phone. I'd still stick to your S9 or Mate 10 Pro kind of level there. But I think Nokia, as I said, is bringing to the table here what we want to see. A very affordable handset. I would like it if it was waterproof. I don't think it's officially waterproof, but maybe there is some protection built in. And in terms of the actual speed test here, you can see there's remarkably little difference between the two. I'd say the actual software that they use with the international model is very well refined here. I have actually got a Pixel launcher on it, so it's it's a Pixel icon theme that you can put on, so it looks indistinguishable really from the Android One version. And another strange thing is that the actual international model is on Android 8.1, but this that wasn't fair that time. This one on the left is actually on Android 8, so the international model is ahead here a little bit in terms of the Android, but apparently you can get Android P beta now for the 7 Plus Android One, but I couldn't see it on the Android beta page, so maybe it'll come eventually. But definitely want to see how it does run on the 7 Plus. So let's have a look at your games here. So we have a few. Speaker's quite decent on these as well. Not the best, but very usable. Another one. I'd say the only weakness with the screen, which is generally very good, is that the brightness doesn't get that bright when it's in the direct sunlight. It can be a little bit dim compared to flagship handsets. But I think in general it's a fantastic screen. I think it's IPS. It's got a good bezel ratio. And one more. We do have what is it? Modern Combat. So you can see the icons are slightly different as well. It seems to me, the international model seems to really do well here in terms of opening stuff up. Maybe it is the additional like hardware, I'm not 100% sure, but let's have a look at the multitasking. So this one. So I don't expect there to be too much difference here. There is a clear all button on the international model, which is quite prominent. I think it's in a better place than the Android One version, to be honest. So I think it's a little bit juddery here on the multitasking with the international model, but I don't think there's a huge difference overall. A little bit laggy there on both of them. You can see. Let's have a look at the games. GTA. No difference at all, really. I mean, look at that. That is really good software optimization. I do think that Nokia definitely has, you know, the ability here to knock off OnePlus as being the main, like, budget flagship category. So very nice performance here from both of them. If I'm going to say which one to go for, it'd be very difficult actually. I mean, probably the Android One version is going to get the faster updates, and also, you know, the access to Android P and all the others going down the line faster, as well as the security updates. But then again, if you're a heavy multitasker and gamer, I'd probably go for this model really. You know, it's still got amazing software on there, which seems to push around the Android quite good. They could obviously, as I said, improve the screen brightness, that's something I would say, and add waterproofing, but I still think this is the best kind of budget flagship right now in terms of the mid-range. We do have the OnePlus 6 coming out quite soon, so maybe that will knock it off. But yeah, just a quick little comparison here between the 7 Pluses. I'm looking out as well for Android P on them, and if it does come down, I'll make a video on that. So yeah, just a quick little video here, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.